Maharana Pratap is one of the most revered and courageous figures in Rajput and Indian history. The king of Mewar went into a fierce battle against the mighty army of Mughal Emperor Akbar and yet managed to remain unscathed. Not only did he defend his kingdom, but he also managed to keep Akbar from fulfilling his ambitions of conquering the entire northwest India. However, the left Marxist historians who usually penned the history books tried to rewrite the history and started claiming that Akbar won the battle as Maharana Pratap and his forces retreated and submitted. While the truth cannot be far from it, the Indian government, with the help of Archaeological Survey of India, is in the process of rectifying the mistakes. Plaques installed in Rajasthan that wrongfully depicted the outcome of the Battle of Haldighati are now being replaced to correct the history and give due respect to the powerful Rajput ruler. Hi and welcome. You are watching TFI English, the national and socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Piyush, and in this video I will tell you the true history of Haldighati battle, which the left Marxist historians hoped would never be told. So let's begin. Rajasthan's gallant king and warrior of Mewar, Maharana Pratap Singh, is finally getting his due in history. The Archaeological Survey of India will remove plaques at Rakht Talai in Rajasthan's Rajsamand district that state Maharana Pratap's forces retreated from the Haldighati battle. BJP MP Diya Kumari from Rajsamand had last month requested the Union Tourism and Cultural Minister to correct the plaques. Speaking about the changes in plaques, ASI Jodhpur Circle Superintendent Bipin Chandra Negi remarked, the plaques were over 4 decades old and in dilapidated condition. These plaques do not belong to the ASI as they were put in by state's tourism department. In 2003, this site was declared a centrally protected monument of national importance. Throughout the history books, the left Marxist historians, soiling themselves for the Mughals, have claimed that Pratap lost the Haldighati battle despite having no evidence and relying on hearsay and anecdotal proofs to corroborate their claims. However, a little history lesson never hurt anyone. The Battle of Haldighati was fought on June 18, 1576, which the now removed plaque wrongfully mentioned as being June 21st of 1576. Akbar, the then Mughal emperor, was on a quest to conquer the entirety of India. Having annexed nearly every Rajput state and princely region in West India, the final frontier for Akbar's grand plans passed through Uday Singh, the father of Maharana Pratap and his kingdom. Akbar laid siege to Chittorgarh in October 1576. The Rajputs were surrounded and besieged by the Mughals. Uday Singh was forced to quit and the responsibility of defense was given to King Jaimal of Mirta, who was killed during the battle. Uday Singh continued to stay in the forests of Aravalli until his death 4 years later. Maharana Pratap took charge of the forces and 2 armies gathered to fight in the yellow turmeric colored soil of Haldighati, surrounded by the Aravalli mountain range. There is no denying the fact that Pratap's army was far outnumbered by Akbar's army led by Man Singh of Amber. Some estimates say that Pratap's 3,000 strong force went toe to toe against the 80,000 soldiers of the Mughal Empire. A fierce battle ensued, and despite being small in numbers, the Rajputs more than made up for it with their valor and sheer indefatigable spirit. To revive the falling morale of the Mughal camp, a soldier spread the rumors that Akbar himself was taking the field for the battle. Surrounded by the enemy fighting with a renewed vigor, Maharana Pratap didn't stop fighting and threw a spear at Man Singh, which unfortunately, instead of hitting him, pierced the mohant of his elephant. Sensing the situation turning worrisome for his king, who was fighting alone with hundreds of Mughal soldiers, Man Singh Jhala of Badi Sadari donned the visible emblems of Mewar's ruler and created a diversion for Pratap to gather himself. Jhala was eventually killed, but Pratap managed to gallop away towards the surrounding hills. By the time light of the moon fell on the battlefield and brought an end to the 4 hour long battle, both armies had suffered casualties, with Mughals receiving more hurt due to the obvious bigger size of the army. While Pratap lost his beloved Chetak, he still remained in the fight. Chandrasekhar Sharma, an associate professor at Mira Girls College in Udaipur, notes, in the light of recent research and evidence, historians have come to the conclusion that Pratap's army never retreated from the Battle of Haldighati and the war was won by Pratap. Man Singh might have stood with his army on the battlefield, but they still could not breach Mewar. As in the coming years, Maharana built himself up and regained control over most of his kingdom. It was a defeat for Akbar because despite holding the region to a siege for several years and fighting an all-out war, he could not conquer the tiny Rajput kingdom that spoilt his legacy. According to a report by the Lowdown, later there would indeed be a lesser talked about but far more decisive battle at Dewar, which would see a crucial victory for Maharana Pratap against one of Akbar's Mughal commanders and the uprooting of 32 Mughal garrison posts in a single day. Reported by TFI, after years of insistent demands from the general public asking the central government to rewrite the history books using authentic sources and evidence without adulterating them with propaganda of some ill-motivated individuals, the center has finally started the long overdue exercise. The Government of India invited suggestions via email from the public for removing distortions in Indian history from the school textbooks. The deadline of sending suggestions to the government lapsed on July 15th. Students, teachers, domain experts, or anyone having cogent knowledge about any particular subject of Indian history were invited to submit their work in English or Hindi. The school history books currently in circulation across the country are replete with innumerable botched stories regarding the rich history of Bharat. There are several kingdoms and kings whose reigns are barely mentioned in the books. Freedom fighters who died giving their lives for the motherland are reduced to caricaturist figures, while the likes of cruel, blood-hungry rulers like Tipu Sultan and Aurangzeb are glorified as apostle of patriotism.